day to start again. It's a nice day to start again.
Hey.
We're gathered here on this beautiful day, and we come from far away and from nearby to join this man and this woman together in the holy bonds of matrimony. It is our firm and sincere belief that those who enter into this relationship cherish a mutual esteem and love for one another. Being mindful always that marriage is designed for the happiness and welfare of both, and therefore is entered into it with the utmost wisdom, discretion, and good faith. And who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I am on behalf of her father.
And I'm very happy to share her with John.
No, she's not giving her away. She's just sharing.
Okay.
And actually, John and Polly had a poem that they'd like to have read at their wedding, and their lovely niece Erin is going to read that poem.
This is a passage from the prophet by Khalil Gibran. Then Almitra spoke again and said, "And what of marriage, master?" And he answered, saying, "You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together, and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow."
Those of you who have a seat, if you could take a seat so people behind you can see. You know, a number of months ago, we got a call from Polly and John. They were telling us that they were getting married, and we were all very happy for them. And I personally became even more happy for Polly as I got to know John better and better. And even more happy still, after last night, we got to meet the Whiting family. And you know, so we know that Polly and John have two very supportive families. And it was fun to start to get to know the Whitings, and I look forward to getting to know them better. Shortly, a couple of months after that, I got another call from Polly, and those of you who know Polly well know that she's very direct and blunt. And, if you don't know her well, you will probably discover that. And very honest too, and she was very concerned. Well, Chip, I'm her brother. You know, what are you going to say at my wedding? She had asked me to perform her wedding. I'm a judge up in Ohio. Are you just going to stand up there and read something, or are you going to say something? And I don't know what my response was, but I'm sure it was something like, "Don't worry, Polly, you'll get what you paid for." In fact, I am going to stand up here and read something. It's something that I've read at dozens of weddings. It's a very traditional wedding creed. Paul and Scott, who are here today, they'll recognize it, I hope. I read it at their wedding. Michelle. Oftentimes before I read the wedding vow, the wedding creed, I'll go over it myself. I'll read it to myself a few times. And when I do, it's always helpful to me, because I kind of hold my own conduct in my own marriage up to this wedding decree as you would a piece of parchment or paper up to a candle, to see how really I'm holding up to it. And Polly and John, I hope that this is not something that will be just read once, but maybe once a year, or if you're going through a rough patch in your marriage, as we all do from time to time, that you'll pull out the wedding creed and read it to yourselves, not to each other, because it can become to sound something like a lecture if you read it to each other. But if you read it to yourselves and just think to yourselves, how am I doing in my own marriage? I think that if you follow this wedding creed, the happiness that all of us gathered here today, that we wish for you, that we hope for you, that we pray for you, will be yours. It's a very simple wedding creed. It's very intuitive, actually, and it's something that the poem that you selected, it's very consistent with the poem that you selected, and it goes like this: comfort each other, provide a refuge and a sanctuary for each other from the chilled winds of the world. Your marriage is a hearth from whence comes peace, harmony, and the warmth of spirit and soul. Caress as you would be caressed. Warm your loved one's body with your healing touch. It is said that babies can die from a lack of touching. So too can marriages wither from a lack of closeness. And be a friend and a partner. Friendship can be an island, a peaceful island, separate and apart from a world full of turmoil and strife. Reflect upon the tranquility that for many years you can share with a true friend. And be open with each other. Do not bind yourselves in secrecy that can cause suspicion and doubt. Trust and reveal yourselves to each other, just as the budding rose opens to reveal its beauty. And listen to each other. Hear not only words, but also the language of tone, mood, and expression. Listen to understand rather than listening to learn, listening to argue. Respect each other's rights. Remember that each of you is of flesh and blood, entitled to his or her own choices and mistakes. Each has a right to equality. And allow each other to be an individual. Do not try to create a new mold for each other that can only be fit with much discomfort and pain. Accept each other as you are, as you would have yourselves accepted. And give each other approval. Criticism divides, while compliments encourage confidence in the other. Do not be quick to point out others' mistakes. Each will soon discover his or her own mistakes. Remember that perfection in life cannot be attained. Don't expect it from each other. And cherish your union. Let no one come between you. Not child, not friend, not family, not worldly goods. Maintain enough separateness to allow each other his or her own unique personality. And of course, love one another. Love is your river of life, your eternal source of recreating yourselves. Let love be your greatest aim. Love is very patient and kind. It is never jealous or envious. It is never boastful or proud. It is never haughty, selfish, or rude. Love does not demand its own way. It is not irritable or touchy. It does not hold grudges and will hardly ever notice when others do it wrong. Love is never glad about injustice, but rejoices when truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to that person, no matter what the cost. You always believe in that person, and you always expect the best from that person, and you'll always stand your ground in defending that person. All your worldly successes and pleasures will someday come to an end, but love in a true marriage goes on forever. And John, will you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? Will you love her? There's more to it. Will you love her? You're getting out of it. Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, keep her in sickness and health, forsaking all others as long as you both shall live?
Can I now?
Yeah.
And Polly, will you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, keep him in sickness and health, forsaking all others as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to take your flowers. The two of you would join both hands and face each other. And John, if you'd repeat after me. I, John Whiting,
I, John Whiting,
take you, Polly Louise Henry,
Polly Louise Henry,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for for richer, for poorer,
richer, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until death do us part.
to death do us part.
Polly, I, Polly Louise Henry,
I, Polly Louise Henry,
take you, John Whiting,
take you, John Whiting,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer and poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until death do us part.
till death do us part.
John, if you want to place this ring on Polly's finger, repeat after me. This ring I give you,
This ring I give you,
in token and pledge,
just go down,
in token and pledge
token and pledge
of my constant faith
of my constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
This ring I give you,
This ring I give you,
in token and pledge
in token and pledge
of my constant faith
of my constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
Okay, then by the powers invested me by the sunny state of Florida, I pronounce you man and wife, and you can kiss your wife.
Thanks, Jeff. I gotta kiss you.
Folks, come on up and congratulate him, and then we'll gather together for a picture.
People to move on straight to the reception from here. No, there's no break between reception.
And also, John and Polly want you to know that right from here, you're free to go to the reception. The invitation said 1 o'clock, but it's all set up and you're free to go.
And if you need directions,
This is Peter.
Peter, ain't it?
We're so glad to see so many of you lovely people here tonight, and we would especially like to welcome all the representatives of Illinois' law enforcement community who have chosen to join us here in the Palace Hotel ballroom at this time. We do sincerely hope you all enjoy the show, and please remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there are still some things that make us all the same. You, me, them, everybody, everybody.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to love.
They are the Henry Girls.
Okay, sing it, girls.
Hey, look over here.
Okay, bring it, girls. Bring it. Hang up the dresses. Okay.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to love. Sweetheart to miss. Sugar to